Let's look at the audio player element within Brizy and a few things. One, this is an updated element. It used to be called SoundCloud, but now it's just called audio, and you'll soon see why it has had this name change. Two, this is available in free, but there are pro features. So in free, it's actually only a SoundCloud player, if you will, but in Brizy Pro Builder, which you can get for the WordPress and for the Cloud Pro versions, it also allows for your upload of custom audio, like a podcast. However, for Brizy Cloud Pro users, currently there is a 5 megabyte upload limit on any file. So let's have a look at this. I'm going to bring in a block to play around with something different. Let's say we have a team over here. And we are starting off with Brizy Free. And this is for both the WordPress plugin and for Brizy Cloud. But currently we just look at the free versions. So this is the free Brizy Builder. We've got our team here and we want this guy who seems to strike a pose to say something, and we've uploaded it onto SoundCloud because that's all you can do with the audio player in Brizy Free. Go to your Add Elements, grab audio element over here, click and drag and drop it. And then you will see it loads by default a SoundCloud element in there. If you click on it, you have your settings over here for audio. And here you're going to put the link for your SoundCloud file. Let's go to SoundCloud and we just grab a link over here. I see the 3 dots, share, and then highlight everything, Control Command C to copy it. And then we go here, highlight this and Control Command V to paste it. And it shall update, it shall. Let's see if it works nicely. Update, Control Command S to save that, and then preview it on the front end. Right, where's Bobby now? Or Ashley Richardson, or who is he? Uesugi Suzuki, Gabriel Source. I'm going to stop. Let's see if it plays. And it plays very, very nicely. Meet our team. So that played very nicely. Thank you for that. Let's have a look at what you can do with this. I think maybe this is a little bit too squashed. If we click on it, we've got the handles. We can drag the size and you see the image will resize. And I think at a certain height it won't resize anymore. So there it is stuck now. Let's see. And there the image disappears. Drag it out again. Okay, let's drag it to full width. I'm going to drop it here. And then click on it again, drag it. And it seems that's the maximum height it can go. So here we have under settings to width, it's 100% of the container. Like you had seen when I put it here, it will take 100% of that container. And then the height here, yeah, I thought it can go bigger. I guess this block has a setting for it. So there is the height up to 300 pixels, but you see that the image will not increase. I guess that's probably for if you want to add a playlist. Let's look at the rest of the settings. You have a style here. This is your image only style. So this will fit better if you bring it into an area like this. Then you have your image mostly. Let's put it there. And of course you have control again over the sizing. Again, it doesn't do that. Okay, 300 pixels. Let's see if it can do 400. I'm going to type in 400 and it can do. So you just type in if you want to have more than is allowed there. And you have the width control again over here. Back to the audio settings, you have autoplay here. So if you want to annoy your visitors, activate autoplay, and as they load the page, it starts playing. So if you really want to annoy them, take this, put it somewhere at the bottom of your page and put on autoplay, and they will be looking around for it. Where is this thing coming from? Okay, so in a nutshell, let's have a look again at this audio element. You click and you drag and you drop it. Click on it, go to your audio settings, enter the link here that you want to paste from SoundCloud. Over here, you can change the settings for the style you want it to have. And then here, autoplay. And then you've got some borders and shadows there, alignment. And you've got your settings with your normal more settings that will give you control over the padding and the margins. That's how the audio player behaves in the Brizy Free Builder. Let's look at Pro. Let's do the same for Pro. I'm going to bring in an element. Let's go again to Team. Let's choose a different team this time. That team didn't do it for me. Let's click on this one. And we're going to add maybe a message from the CEO below this. Go again to the Add Elements feature, click and drag and drop it down here. And it behaves exactly the same as it did in free, except now when you click on it and you go to audio element, you will see you have the drop down function. Audio now also includes custom. And to get your custom file in here, you're going to click on the plus. Important now to remember that if you are using Brizy Cloud Pro, you're going to directly upload it and a maximum of 5 megabytes currently. If you are using WordPress, well, you're not limited to any constraints like that. Let's upload a file here. Bubble sound effect. And there you see the file has uploaded. We're going to update it, go to the front end and listen to the bubble sound effect. And there it goes. Word from our CEO. You have more styling control over the custom audio player. Click on it, you have the handles again to drag it around for the height, also reduce the width. But all those settings are usually available here. Under settings, you see you have width and you have the height. You have far more control over what you can do here. If you go to audio, you can change the size of the icons and apply custom styling if you want it to go very, very big. These are pretty nice settings to go with 16, 24 or 32. Leaving it on 16. You can apply a cover and the cover will apply to the background of this. Right, so there you can see my little Western scene. The cover is nicely there. Just drag it a little bit. Ah, that doesn't look too bad at all. In fact, let's make it a little bit like so. Let's go and play around then with the colors. Background. The cover image that you have applied will override the background. So even if you make changes here, nothing will happen. Let's go back to the cover. Let's remove the cover. And now you will see that when I click on background, I can change the background color. Let's put it here on this dark one. The icon, these little icons you see. And then you have your slider color. And you also have border and shadow options. An interesting one is the hover option over here, which maybe only the icon one makes sense for me. So if I click here on the icon, I will change that color maybe to purple. Then if somebody hovers over it, they will have the play button, for example, here, or when they go to the volume button, it changes color. Yeah, that is something you have to decide whether you like it or not. Like I said, for me, maybe I don't need that. I think people, when they see the play button, they are more than willing to click on it to understand that it will play. Let's see what else you can do here. So you've got all those options for the color styling, but going back here to our settings and you go to advanced, you can take away some of these controls. Remove the time, duration, progress, and volume. And I had played around with it. So if you remove everything like this, you can just make one big play button. Let's find that icon over there. And then when people click on it, your bubbles will start. Tiny bubbles. And bubbles have been served. That is then the audio element in both Brizy Builder Free and Brizy Builder Pro, with certain extra features like custom upload of audio for Brizy Builder Pro, with a limitation of 5 megabytes for the cloud version. But if you're on WordPress, you can go crazy. I hope at some point the file size can be increased for Brizy Pro, because I think the audio player for me only comes into play when it is something like a podcast. And there's no way you're going to fit in a podcast under 5 megabytes. That's just not possible. So I hope that is something we can get a little bit of an increase. And I mean by little, a massive increase on that. Because like I said, for me, I just see that working for podcast function, not bubbles, like in this case. I am JP, bringing you the Brizy Builder elements here on Learn Brizy. Please subscribe if you found this useful, or if you just want to stick around to see what's coming up next, and have a good night.